Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Rakib Emri Najmul Hassan. Welcome to News Worldwide. Bank of Credit and Commercial International was involved in massive money laundering and other financial crimes and had illegally gained the controlling interest in a major American bank. Bank of Credit and Commercial International was an international bank founded in 1972. BCCI was a major international bank founded in Karachi, Pakistan in 1972 by Agha Hassan Abidi. The bank was registered in Luxembourg with the head office in Karachi and London. Abidi was successfully by Salah Nawawi as the bank's chief, who in the aftermath following a controversy over BCCI was replaced by Jafar Iqbal Chaudhry in the late 1990. BCCI was created the capital from Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, the ruler of Abu Dhabi in the United States Emirates, and Bank of America 20% by the share. BCCI asset had grown from an initial capitalization in 1972 of 2.5 million to 4 billion in 1980 to an astounding 23 billion at the point that the Bank of England moved to shut it down. Within a decade, BCCI touched its peak. It operated in 78 countries, had over 400 branches, and had assets in excess of US 20 billion, making the seventh largest private bank in the world by assets. BCCI was created with the capital from Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, the ruler of Abu Dhabi, Bank of America. Those who were involved with that scheme were founder Agha Hassan Abidi, the CEO Saleh Nawawi, the non-executive director. In 1990s, a Prince Waterhouse audit of BCCI revealed an unaccountable loss of hundreds of millions of dollars. The bank approached Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, who made good the loss in exchange for an increased shareholder holdings of 78%. Much of BCCI's documentation was also then transferred to Abu Dhabi. The audit was revealed numerous irregularities. Most seriously, BCCI had made a staggering of 1.48 billion worth of loans to its own stakeholders. BCCI's criminality included money laundering in Europe, Asia, Africa, and America. BCCI's bribery of officials in most of these locations, support of terrorism, arms trafficking, and the sale of nuclear technologies, management of prostitution, the commission and facilitation of income tax evasion, smuggling and illegal immigration, illicit purchase of banks and real estates, a panoply of financial crimes limited only by the imagination of officers and customers. In March 1991, the Bank of England asked Prince Waterhouse to carry out an inquiry. On June 24, 1991, using the code name Sandstorm for BCCI, the Prince Waterhouse submitted the Sandstorm report showing that BCCI had engaged in widespread fraud and manipulation. Throughout the 80s, BCCI had set up millions of dollars worth of letters of credit for Nazmuddin largely for arms deals with Iraq. Report indicated massive manipulations of non-performing loans, fictitious transactions and charges, unrecorded deposits, liabilities, profits, and concealments of losses. Stronger oversight by international government entities is the first and most evident solution. The Bank of England must take more responsibility for its actions, merely treating the BCCI as a foreign bank and failing to understand the company's wrongdoing allowed them to function illegally for many years, longer than they should have been able to do. Bank of England should have stricter controls on international banks in the future, as any bank operating in the United Kingdom should have the same regulation and guidelines, no matter whether it is international bank or national bank. On Corporate Governance 2017, the board is committed to promoting good business conduct and maintaining a healthy corporate culture that engenders integrity, transparency and fairness. But as we can look at, BCCI's failure was due to massive fraud. BCCI committed fraud on a large scale, keeping separate books for a bank within the bank that handled illegal transactions, making a payout of 32 million to a silent one of its own executives, using customers' accounts to hide its own losses and shuffling money between various affiliates to mask the real financial condition of the bank. It contrary to what is in the act involved. An environment of trust, transparency and accountability for investment should be created. Internal and external corporate controls, corporate scandals open up a broad weakness that be identified through good governance and practice. The recommendations are to make improvements of remunerations, risk management, board practices and practice of shareholder rights.
Bye.
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 See ya.